up? Cowabunga! It's quite a special day. It is World Ocean Day. So that means, as you can tell, we have some very special celebrity guests. And I am prepared. I got my floaties. I got Squirt here with me too. It's a special day. And I'm so glad to have so many of you with us. Now, for those of you who are new to LBV TV, I'm Maria, and every Monday night at 8:30, we bring the Disney magic into your home with Disney celebrities and Disney characters, and we do a theme every week. This week's theme, can you guess it? Obviously, everything animals. We are so excited to bring some of our animal friends from the Disney world, as well as animal conservationists and trainers from Animal Kingdom and the show Up. We always have an all-star lineup. So if this is your first time joining us, make sure to hit the notifications button because you don't want to miss who's coming up in the coming weeks. We have Gusteau. That's right. He's coming all the way from Petty, and he's going to show us cooking lessons next week and tell us a little bit about his new restaurant in Epcot. And then the following week, Sleeping Beauty in her castle. We have, like I said, an all-star lineup and amazing celebrity guests that join us for after the characters leave the room to talk about that theme that week. For those of you, again, who are new and may not know, we're also an apparel company, Lake Buena Visitors. We make styles and smiles for inside and outside the parks. And when the pandemic happened, we wanted to find another way to bring smiles into your home, not just through our shirts and through our apparel. And we thought this would be a great way to use some skills, since I have a TV background and my husband does too, to again, bring the magic home to you. We make this like a community. So as you can see on the side, there's people chatting. And that means you guys get to chat with our characters, us, our guests. So please chat, ask questions. And my husband, producer Chris, will put your questions at the bottom so all of our guests see your questions. Now, for those of you who may have to leave and come back later, make sure to come back for the replay or leave a comment because you won't want to miss today, especially, like I said, our celebrity guests are so cool. And like I mentioned as well, hit the like button if you haven't, subscribe, leave us comments. They mean so much to us because, like I said, this is a community and we love having you a part of the LBV TV family. Okay, now before I bring out any special guests, I think we should do some practicing for Crush. That's right. Crush from Turtle Talk at Epcot is going to be joining us. Usually you only get to ask questions to Crush. Every so often you might get a chance, or it's just the kids. But today everybody gets to ask a question to Crush. But again, we gotta, give them some, I guess, EAC love. So how about I see some dudes in here? Dude, let's practice our dude. Dude. And how about sweet, right? Isn't that what he says? Sweet, dude. I know he has a lot of other awesome sayings that I know drive some of the parents crazy. But yes, so how about let's see, Chris, do you see enough dudes and sweets in here to bring out Crush?
I think so.
You think so? Let's give him some more turtle love. All right, surf's up, everybody. Let's bring in Crush. You ready?
Righteous! Yeah! Whoa, dude. Totally checking out the LBV community. Awesome to be here, dude. Maria, how's it going, dude? Good to see you.
Oh my God, this is so cool. I am fangirling out right now. This is
no,
so awesome.
Dude. You make me blush, Maria. It's awesome.
As you can tell, I'm a big fan. I have.
Oh, dude, you got a little Squirt with you there. Totally cool. Yeah, he's off playing with his brothers right now. During these times, you got to get some quiet adult time too. So the kids are off doing their own thing.
That's true. That's true. Now, speaking of quiet time, where are you right now? I know us humans have been under quarantine and been away from.
No way. I've been underwater. But no, it's a good question. So yeah, during this whole time, but yeah, doing the turtle thing, just traveling the world, coasting the waves all over the place. Spent some time down in the Hawaii, over in the Australia, just cruising the Caribbean too. Saw some of those, big old boat things out there. Cruising all around the world, do that.
Now, was it weird to not have us humans around and not see us?
It was totally peaceful.
I'm sure you probably were very relaxed compared to
No, it's we love seeing you human dudes always out there in the ocean doing your thing, the scuba divers and off the coast and whatnot. It's a little weird not seeing you all. You were all gone for like a long, long time, and then suddenly you all came back at once, and it was really weird.
Everybody all at once. That's true, especially in Florida. I don't know if you're back at Epcot visiting. Are you getting ready for Turtle Talk coming back July? I think it's July 15th.
We've gotten communication from the community core out there from the sea base. They're like, dude, we want you back. And so we'll totally head back to the tank. We'll be swimming around until it's time. Do that, just a few weeks away. We'll see you dudes in the human tank, which I still think is super weird that you dudes congregate in an empty, no watery tank. But humans will do as humans will do.
I know we're a weird bunch, but we love you. This is so cool. Well, we can't wait to visit you at Turtle Talk. Now, one thing that usually happens in Turtle Talk is, there's such cute little squirts that join and ask questions, and usually
little grommets down in the grass there. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But sometimes the adults don't get to ask questions. So today, too, we're excited. Some adults and kids are going to get to ask questions. And as you can
That's
tell,
awesome.
We're big fans. I don't know if you can see this, Crush.
We don't have the whole cameras down here, but I can totally hear you. So help me out. What are you attempting to show me? Do that.
I didn't think of that. Sorry, Crush.
It's all right. No worries. It happens.
Crush can't see me. Poor guy. Okay, well, Crush, I'm wearing
I got the Hydro phone, but not the Hydro video phone.
No, these internet Zoom links just don't work when it comes to that water, but yours sounds perfectly clear.
Lots of bubbles.
Lots of
Go
bubbles.
on, get it.
Lots of bubbles. Well, I am wearing a Crush's surf school shirt that I made. And
whoa, hold on. I have a surf school?
Well, in your honor, we started one.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yes, because if there was anybody that's an amazing surfer, it's you. You know what I mean?
Well, after 150 years of cruising the big old blue, you kind of pick up a few things. Yeah, dude. I appreciate the shout out, dude. These are things like every human can get one?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No way.
There's actually quite a fan club. A whole bunch of them have this shirt, and they wear it whenever they come see you or when they go to the beach. It's really cool.
Totally sweet.
Now, speaking of somebody that I know has the shirt that wants to ask you a question, can I bring in a friend named Gianna?
Yeah, go for it, dude. Happy to meet all the human dudes.
Oh, that's awesome. She even went to the aquarium today to try to see you and friends. I don't know if she got to see you, so I'm glad she's here. Let's see if we can bring in Gianna.
Oh, dude, Cham and Gianna, how's it going? Hey. Very cool. So, Gianna, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. What color is your shell?
Baby pink.
Baby pink shell? That's awesome, dude. Very cool. So, who are you hanging out there with?
Winter and
Baby Dory.
Baby Dory.
Baby Dory? Does she still not know who she is?
She doesn't.
No worries. All right. So, Gianna, here you have a question for the old crush, man. What do you got? Go for it, dude.
How do fish eat?
How do fish eat? With their mouths. It's a good question. So it's hard for me to answer questions about like the fish because they're fish and I'm a turtle. But I assume that they eat the same way most things do with their mouths. They just they chomp on different things down here in the ocean. And how do you eat?
With our mouths and
you're like a fish. That's awesome.
Now, Chris, what do you eat, by the way?
So what do I eat? So I chat out on the green sea kelp and the green sea grass, totally the veggie. Every once in a while, jellyfish for dessert, but it happens. Usually the green all the greens give me my green sea color, hence me being a green sea turtle.
That's very healthy. And I see Gianna's eating popcorn. Have you ever had
What is popcorn?
It's something that you put inside the microwave. Then you cook it, and then when you hear one beeping sound, then it's ready. Then you can eat it when you're watching a movie.
You said a lot of words I don't understand. So help me out here. What is, you got to explain a microwave meter to you. Now, down here in the water, we don't have that kind of stuff. So what is a microwave?
It's like something that you can cook with any food. Like
You eat raw food, right?
Right. Yeah, I totally chat on the raw food. So, like, is popcorn your favorite food, or is it more of like a snack?
It's more like my favorite food too.
It's your favorite food. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Chowing down on the popcorn.
Yeah. I like your style, Gianna.
That's awesome, Gianna. Well, it's nice to meet you, dude. I hope you're having a good day. Or how have you enjoyed your time during this, what they refer to as the isolation?
Yeah, and the aquarium, right? Did you have fun at the aquarium today?
Yeah. I got to see my dolphin, the dolphin in winter, and she lost her tail because she got her inside the ocean because somebody didn't because when two guys were going fishing, then they threw the net inside, then she got stuck.
I heard that.
No.
It's a sad story, Crush, but they ended up giving her a prosthetic tail, and now she's all good.
Whoa, they gave her like a fake tail so she could totally still do like, dolphin stuff?
Yeah, there's a whole movie about it, Dolphin Tail. It's really cool.
Dolphin. That's a clever title.
It is. Oh, well, Gianna, thank you so much. We're going to have a movie night with popcorn. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm down. Let's do that.
Awesome.
Well, John, it was nice to hear from you.
Bye, guys.
Crush.
Gianna. Oh, so cool. Well, now, Crush, I do have to ask, what is the weirdest thing you've ever found in the ocean from us humans?
It's a good question, Maria, do that. Like we find lots of weird stuff from you humans because you're always just dropping random things. We've found wrappers and like those tubey things were sometimes plastic, but sometimes they're not. They're more not as of late, but the plastic things we don't like so much. But I think the weirdest thing I found, I don't even know if hopefully you can help me. So it's like this, it kind of looks like a human, right? It's got like this helmety thing on it and a couple of wings. And it's got this button that every time Squirt pushes it, it goes.
What is it?
Any guesses? I don't know what it is.
Oh, I was like, what is it? Wait, okay, everybody in the chat, can you guess what he's saying? Because that is so funny. I just realized what he found in the ocean.
It's super. We found a bunch of them. So if you're like all the little dudes and dudettes, finding all these things all across the world and just drop them in the ocean for me to play with, it's totally awesome.
That's right. He found Buzz Lightyear. That's awesome.
No way! It's so humans get a buzz. That's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, we like Buzz Lightyear. He's this toy. We have a lot of fun things, but I'm sorry we keep dropping stuff in the ocean. We're just clumsy,
It happens.
We've done this thing though, and let me know, guys, in the chat room, if you're like me, I don't use plastic straws anymore. Because I heard they hurt you, and I heard that plastic stuff hurts you. So we make a point now to really try to limit our plastics so that we keep the ocean safe for you.
That is totally awesome, Marie. Do that. We totally appreciate it. Look out for us, because like I said, we may eat the green sea grass and the green sea kelp, but really, if it's floating, we'll totally shout out on it. So sometimes we don't even know what it is. And then, it's uncomfortable occasionally. The more you can keep all the human stuff out of the big old blue and keep it in the human world, we greatly appreciate it.
Now, I was wondering, anybody in the chat, Chris, did anybody have any questions for Crush?
Yeah, ask away. Dude. This is your time. I've totally come to you, dudes, to answer whatever you have.
Ooh, our lovely Carrie. Now, she is amazing. She actually takes our shirts and she does a whole matching makeup to it. It's really cool.
Okay.
And yeah, so I can only imagine what she would do with an ocean theme in you. So, okay, Carrie, how does Crush stay so youthful looking? What is your secret coming from a beauty blogger? Makes sense.
Excellent question. So how do I stay so youthful? Well, check it out. Like I said, I'm 150 years old, to cuckoo, forever young, as they say. But I think, like, I have 65 kids, right, Maria? Like, the oldest is Keanu, the youngest is Squirt, everyone else is Crush Jr. 1 through 63. It's totally cool. So I think just having like a large family with all those kiddos around just keeps the youth going, dude. It's always having a good time. Actually, I got a question for you. Do you know what you call a group of turtles?
No.
You call it a party. Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah. I like that one. A group of turtles. A party. That's awesome. I see Orlando Mike asked a good question. This is pretty cool. Now, I know that you have a lot of famous underwater friends, Crush. Sure. But if you could meet any human or animal celebrity, other than, of course, Nemo and Dory and all them, who would you want to meet?
Oh, dude, let's see. Want a human or animal celebrity? Good question. Well, I'm like I said, like you said, I'm friends with a lot of great animals. Like, there's the marlin and there's the Nemo. I'm a big fan of the dolphins. For a long time, we heard there was a myth of this dolphin named Flipper. I feel like he would be totally awesome to hang out with. Like, he had his own theme song and everything. Anybody who has their own theme song, I think, is totally worth meeting.
Yeah, if you're in the chat and you remember Flipper, so that means you're probably over the age of 25 at least.
Totally trying to educate the youth of America.
At 150, you're very wise on our programming.
I'm trying, yeah.
Culture. So that Flipper was amazing. That's a great answer. And I see Disney Fan 65 said, Crush, do you stay in touch with Nemo and Dory and the gang?
We do. We hang out all the time. One of Squirt's favorite games is to play hide and go seek with Dory because she always forgets what game we're playing, and it's like ages before we find her. She's really not good at the seeking part, but she's really good at the hiding. That's all.
I can imagine that's a very long game.
We're still looking for her, actually.
Well, we have some friends behind us. I think they're behind me.
Look a lot like some people I know. I got some Squirt. Looks like there's Gil back there too. Looks like someone who looks like Marlin, but is probably not as nervous.
And what? Oh, I see another question. What should us humans do to make sure gorgeous sea turtles like yourself don't go extinct? Oh, thank you, Sean. That is a great question. Because you've lived so long and we want to keep you around with us forever. You truly bring the magic to the ocean. All of your sea friends do. And again, we're so happy to be celebrating World Ocean Day with you.
It's a pleasure to be here. So like I said, Sean, great question, dude. I think like the most important thing is, like I said before, try to keep the human stuff to the humans and the ocean to the ocean. You stay out of our space, we'll stay out of yours. Keep those weird small items out of the ocean, those straws and whatnot. Because, like I said, we never know what we're chowing. Majority of the time, we know what we're eating. But on the occasion, we're like, this looks delicious. And then it's not.
No, that's true. And we have a friend of ours, Ram888, that said that your name is technically Crush Turtle. And so technically your name is Sea Turtle.
Fair enough. Well, that's,
mind blown.
Mr. Turtle is my father, but when people ask me my name, I tell them first name is Crush, middle name last name Turtle. Crush the Turtle. It's pretty easy. Yeah, very cool.
I love that. Now we have some more human friends that want to ask questions.
Yeah, go for it. Love to meet them.
One has an animal that lives above the ocean. Is Jenna from Resort TV 1 here? Yep. Let's bring in Jenna, my good friend. Jenna from Resort TV 1 has a special guest with her.
What up, Jenna? How's it going? Who's the special guest? Do the intros.
Good. So this is Chloe.
Hello, Chloe.
Say hi to Crush. So, Chloe has a question for you, Crush.
Fire away. Now, wait, What exactly is Chloe?
So Chloe is a dog. She's a little dog, 6 pound.
So the dog has a question.
She does.
This is a first. Go for it.
Yes. She's a very smart dog.
I don't doubt that at all, dude. All right, Chloe, fire away.
Chloe, you want to ask them? Okay, so Miss Chloe has a lot of toys that she likes to play with. She has like a little cookie that she likes to play with. The weasel friend is her favorite. So she just wants to know what kind of toys you play with in the ocean.
Well, as mentioned before, whatever you dudes drop down here, like apparently a Buzz Lightyear is one of the things that I play with all the time. It's pretty rocking. To be honest, we don't have a lot of things to play with because, with the flippers, nothing to really hold anything with. But we do love our games. We love our hide and go seek, and we have our tag. And so definitely more of a games than more of a like stuffed kind of a species.
That makes sense. Miss Chloe likes to play hide and seek too, don't you?
I bet she's really good.
She is. She can find us really quickly, can't you?
Yeah, she's
very cool.
Yeah.
I
That's totally
have a
rocking.
lot of toys, as you can tell, as well.
It looks like you have a toy of my little dude. They're like, what?
I know.
Although I can't
That's
see
not
you, I'm
weird.
venturing to guess that you're holding something that looks like my son.
It is. It's my version of Chloe.
Aw.
That's awesome. Well, it's nice to meet you, Chloe. I hope
It
you have
was
a
nice to meet you too.
enjoy the rest of your evening there. And
Thank
Jenna,
you.
it was nice to meet you too.
You too. Thank you so much.
You bet, no
And
problem.
make sure to check out my friend Jenna's latest vlog. We were in Universal Studios in Hogwarts together. Chris, you got to hear about this. I don't know if you know what a wizard is.
No, dude, tell me all about the Hogwarts because it sounds delicious.
Okay. Okay, so there's this whole school for magicians, like magic, and we learn to cast spells, only good spells.
Yes.
And realistically, it's not near the water, so we should bring you or find a way to bring you something because it's really cool.
They do have mermaids.
Oh yeah, do you have mermaids?
No way, mermaids are real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you
We've
have
heard
to-
about them, but we've never seen one.
Oh.
Everyone keeps telling me about Ariel, but I'm like, that sounds like the sky.
I think they're in the cold waters. I don't know if you go to the.
I get it, Crush. Crush, you're so funny. I have the biggest crush on you.
Oh, shucks. Don't tell my wife. She'll be very upset.
I already have one of your children, but
This got weird.
But yeah, make sure to check out Jenna's channel and her latest vlog. We had so much fun, and you'll have to see if you can spot some of the mermaids, Crush, when you go and check it out.
Yeah.
Totally check out those mermaids.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenna and Chloe.
Thank you. Chloe, say bye.
Okay, I think we have another human friend, but before we do that, is there any more people that have questions in the chat that you want to ask Crush? My sister Lisa has a question. What is Crush's favorite sea dessert? Ooh.
Dude, those jellyfish are totally rocking. After a big night of the veggie eating, a jellyfish helps them all go down nice and easy, dude.
I love
Totally
it.
jamming on the jellies.
I love Jell-O, so I bet they're similar.
Well played.
What is your favorite ocean to visit?
Oh, good question. So, I know all you humans call certain areas certain, names and whatnot, but I know one of my favorite areas to do all the surfing is down in like the Gold Coast of the Australia. It's totally rocking down there. Like the biggest wave I've ever ridden down there was called the Humunga Cowabunga from down under, and it was totally rocking. I was like, whoa, and then I was like, whoa, and then I was like, whoa, and then I was like, whoa.
Your enthusiasm, I felt it here.
Okay, that's good. Ripping, rocking, and riding. Very cool, Maria.
Well, isn't Typhoon Lagoon? Doesn't Typhoon Lagoon have a slide called Cowabunga? Okay, I think you guys in the chat. Do you guys know if I'm correct saying that? I think Typhoon Lagoon has a creation of that slide called like Humunga Cowabunga something.
That may or may not be where I heard that before.
Yeah, you've never been, so I get it. And I see some other questions. Do you have any plans for more babies?
At 150, I'm good, dude. We wanted to stop at, like 2, but when a mama turtle drops the eggs off, she drops it like 100 to 200 at a time. So we didn't really have a choice.
That's a lot. I saw a great question someone asked Chris above. Where did it go? They said if you could do a human activity, what would it be?
Oh, dude, human activity. I don't know. I hear a lot about this whole Disney World thing and going to theme parks and whatnot. So I think exploring those would definitely be a high on the turtle list of things the humans do that I would like to do. What do you think, Maria? Is that something I should totally check out?
Totally. Next time you're at Epcot, we'll
Okay.
sneak you out. Everybody in the chat, are you going to help me sneak him out just so he can at least enjoy even the Nemo ride? What do you guys think? Yes? Give some turtle emojis or some dudes or some sweets. Awesome. And I see Nick's pick says, have you ever rode the Gulf Stream all the way to Florida?
It's the only way to get here, dude. Yeah, it's the expressway.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well played. Well played.
Well,
and we have another friend that is in the chat, a live human that wants to ask a question. So while you guys, keep thinking in the chat over here, keep thinking about what you want to ask Crush, and I'm going to bring in our human friend. Okay, sure. We have our friend that wants to ask Crush a question. There they are. Hey.
What's up, dude? How's it going?
What's up?
Hey,
You sound like me. That's
totally.
weird.
Sweet.
Totally.
Dude.
What's
All
up,
right, so who do we
Dawson?
got here?
This is Dave and Dawson. And
Dave and Dawson, the dynamic duo. I like alliteration.
It is true.
Go for it,
For
dude.
sure.
what's your question?
What's your question, Dawson?
What is your favorite sport?
Oh, dude, favorite sport. We don't have a lot of sports down here in the ocean. I know like I said, we have the games. We got the tag and the hide and go seek. What's your favorite sport, dude?
What's your
I don't
favorite
have
sport?
one.
You don't have one.
You don't
What about
have
you,
one.
Dave? Dave, do you have a favorite sport, dude?
It's a tie between football and hockey.
Football and hockey. So now hockey is played on the frozen water.
It is played on the frozen water.
That's why I'm not a big fan, because frozen water and turtles don't go well together.
For sure.
Probably a horrible, horrible idea, but yeah. So
Potentially water polo.
water polo, dude. Next time we're hanging out in the ocean together, you're gonna have to teach me some water polo.
I should learn about it then.
Well, yeah, totally. Actually, I have seen you humans play that volleyball thing with the net and then the ball. You've played on the beach. You also play in the water. So that might be my favorite sport then, the water volleyball.
I like that. Well, Chris, I think you're automatically a fantastic surfer. So I guess that doesn't count. I think that's like, you have an unfair advantage for any surfer that way.
Sure. And right. And as far as like sports concerned, we do it it's more like transportation for us than it is like recreation.
I feel
or
that.
competition, maybe.
That was an awesome question, Dawson and Dave.
Excellent question, Dawson, Dave. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
I would have never guessed that Crush didn't like hockey, but it makes sense. I've now put two and two together. Thanks, guys. Now,
Thanks.
do we have more questions from our chat? Because this is so rare. I have to say again how special it is to have you, Crush, because I know when we go to see you at Epcot, especially when it reopens, it's going to be very hard to get to talk to you. So this is such a rare and unique thing to get to have you to ourselves and talk to us. It's so special, and we can't thank you enough.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's nice to talk to humans again after so long for being away.
Wow. That's Orlando Mike is filled with very unique, interesting marine mammal or marine info. Do you see all that? I don't know, Chris, if you can see this, but I'll tell you. Did you know alligators can survive in frozen water by slowing their heart rate and keeping their nose above water so they can breathe while they hibernate? Wow, I did not know that. Crush, you can't do that, right? No.
Totally cannot do that, nor would I ever be in an area where alligators are. So that's totally brand new information, Orlando Mike. Thanks for helping us out there, dude.
Yeah, that's not a party for turtles. Are there any
definitely not a party
turtle exercises us human could try? It's a Florida world after all. I think surfing. What do you think, Crush?
I mean, that's probably the number one exercise that you humans could do that we turtles do. Of course, we have the built-in boards. You'd have to figure out how to get those boards going for yourselves. So definitely, I think in order to become a good surfer, you got to get on your board and head out in the ocean first. So maybe those like arm twirls, so you're pushing your arms, maybe some like, I don't know, footwork or something where you're strengthening your ankles so you can stand up on the board. I don't know what those exercises would be, but those would be the areas I would focus on.
Well, I see that Dame Dystopia would love to know about her 7-year-old daughter getting tips from the best swimmer in the world, Crush, how to swim. Any tips?
Any tips on how to swim? Let's see. Let me think about this for a second. Let's see. The best tip I can give you is to not go into the deep end until you're ready.
It's true.
Tread lightly. Take your time. And listen to the adults around you, because you don't want to just jump in and then have everything go wrong. So yeah, just trust yourself, trust that your body knows what to do, and listen to the people who are telling you how to do it.
No, that is very true. That is very true. Now, Crush, you are absolutely amazing. I see. Oh, more. Are you afraid to eat the box jelly? What's a box jelly?
Most dangerous jellyfish in the
Oh,
world.
it's the most. Chris says it's the most dangerous jellyfish in the world. Sean, I didn't even know what that was. That sounds terrifying. Crush,
I don't know why you had to ask Chris about the box jelly. You didn't ask me. It's the most dangerous jellyfish in the world. Of course, I know that one. Come on, Maria, dude. Maybe they're dangerous for humans, but turtles, we totally got it, dude.
That's amazing. That's really cool.
And I'm very proud of Chris for having the knowledge to participate in the question. Good job, dude.
Chris is in the background going, yeah.
Awesome.
He's such a big surf fan. He's very
Finn.
jealous
Noggin.
that he's not getting to talk to you. So we're going to have to come to Epcot when it reopens, and you'll have to meet Chris, and we can all hang out. Everybody in the chat room, do you guys want to hang out with Crush at Epcot when it reopens July 15th? What do you guys think? Let's give him some green hearts.
Sounds like a plan to me, dudes. Totally sweet. All right, I want to hear everyone say totally.
Totally.
All right, now give me a sweet.
Sweet.
Now put them together. Give me a totally sweet, Maria.
Totally sweet.
Good job, dude. That was
Did I do good? Did I do good, guys?
You're talking like a turtle. Very, very cool.
I've been practicing. I
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Now, lastly, before I know you have to go and there's a wave you got to catch, I know, but I was wondering, it's World Oceans Day, and
Sure.
Is there anything you guys do special under the sea for World's Ocean Day, or is that like a human thing that we're all doing?
I think it's a human thing you guys are doing, because we're in the ocean all the time. So it's always Ocean Day for us. Like, we're down there. We're totally chilling. We're throwing those turtle parties. We're hanging out with, Bailey and Destiny and Nemo and Marlin and Dory and the whole crew, just having a big old party down here. So we appreciate that you dudes celebrate the ocean for at least one day.
Well, I can tell you, everybody in this chat is a huge fan, and we celebrate you all the time. I mean, we memorialized you on a shirt. That's how much we
Whoa, let's back up on the memorialized thing. I'm still here, dude.
That's true. We're always thinking of you. I can't wait to see you soon, Crush. Is everybody excited to see Crush soon at the Seas?
Like I said, I'm totally excited to get back into the tank over at the Seas. The Sea Base crew is totally keeping us up to date on what's happening, and we will see you dudes soon back in the Sea Base. And like I said, you humans are weird. You hang out in no watery tanks, but you do your own thing. Excited to see you back over there.
Oh, thank you, Crush. It was so good to have you. We'll see you.
Absolute pleasure, Maria. Chill later on, dudes.
Oh, how amazing is Crush, guys? Oh, so cool. Now, Crush, to get him on the show was really hard because, underwater video, it's complicated. There's a lot of work to do. So thanks so much to our friend, Doug Neville, who has a production company and can even do underwater amazing things. So I'm going to have our moderators put his YouTube channel on here and his Instagram. So if you are a fan of Crush, or you need a video done that is so difficult to do like that, definitely hit up Doug. And if you had more questions for Crush that he wasn't able to get to tonight, like I said, message us or send a comment on here, and Crush will write you because he's a big fan of ours too. And he, like I said, all of our characters go back, they look at the comments, and they message you guys just in case they missed something that you guys really wanted answered. So make sure to come back, comment, hit the like button. And again, thanks to Doug for bringing Crush to us. That was so cool. Okay, now stay tuned because next we have my very, very good friends I've known for a long time that are animal conservationists and trainers from Animal Kingdom. And you may know them from the show Up. I don't know, how many of you in the chat room have seen the show Up? Let me see some thumbs up for the show Up, the bird show in Animal Kingdom. Let's see some thumbs up to bring them in. Lots of love. Now, I love the birds. They're incredible. And again, for those of you who are just tuning in, our channel, we bring in not just Disney characters, but we also bring in a panel of Disney experts about the theme of the week. So I'm really excited to bring the people that really bring the magic literally to us in Animal Kingdom. They have such cool stories, cool pictures. I'm so excited to have them be a part of this. Okay, I see a lot of thumbs up. I think that means we're almost ready for our awesome friends. Okay, Chris, what do you think? Should we bring them in? All right. Okay, we have my two amazingly good friends, Aaron and Shauna. Bring them on in. Hey, guys. Oh, look, we're matching.
Wow.
Oh, looking good, guys.
Oh, we're all matching. So good.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so Shauna here and Aaron, like I said, are part of the Up show as well, but they've also worked with lots of other animals and have been a part of animal conservation training and more that really makes a key component to see she has an animal in the background. That's okay. Bring them on. We love animals. That's the whole point of the show. So, see, it just goes to show animals are the best. We love them. Chloe came on, the Resort TV1 dog. So, Shauna, bring the dog. Don't worry.
I'll see if he wants to come in. I think he's being a little stubborn and just more wants my attention right now.
I love it. He wants to be on TV. He wants to be on
might.
TV. Now, for those of you in the chat, you can ask our friends anything, and we will make sure that they answer your questions. But I'm going to get it started with something basic and easy and fun because you guys work at Animal Kingdom. What is your favorite ride at Animal Kingdom?
Aaron, do you want to go first?
I think Aaron's
Yeah.
chosen.
Are
There we
we
go.
all good? My thing
See
seems
ya.
to be lagging, so I want to make sure
No worries.
we're good.
Yes. We hear you
So
perfectly.
what was the question? I couldn't hear it for a second.
Okay. What is your favorite ride in Animal Kingdom?
Oh, okay. So my favorite ride, it has to be Flight of Passage,
Oh,
hands down.
great ride. That's a good one. How about you, Shauna?
I would say Expedition Everest.
Oh, that's all. See, look, doggy. See, they're animal lovers. I love that's a great one. Everybody in the chat, do you have a favorite Animal Kingdom ride? I don't know what I see. I love the animal experiences so much. So for me, actually what you guys do is my favorite. I was very blessed to get to watch you guys both live. So let me throw up some pictures of them in action. Chris, take it away. Oh, look at that. How cool. Now,
Yeah.
Now, Shauna, I know you work with the birds. Do you have a favorite bird that you work with that is like your BFF bird?
So one I unfortunately don't have a picture of here. It's hard for me to have a picture with him. But I have two favorites. So my first one I'm talking about that I don't have a picture with, his name is Silly Putty. He is a galah, or also known as a rose-breasted cockatoo. So he's like a pink little cockatoo. And he's the sweetest little thing. So he's one of my favorites. But also in those pictures in the top corner, you saw a green little macaw sitting in my hand. And that is Arbor. And she is the first baby that I trained from the very start. Like I'm the first trainer she ever took food from, stepped up on everything. So we learned a lot together. So she also has a very special place in my heart until she finally went to show at Animal Kingdom. So now she flies and shows there.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I love getting to see you do that live. It's incredible. For those of you in the chat, have you ever seen Up, the show at Animal Kingdom? It is amazing what you guys do. And Aaron, I know that I've seen you a lot with the owl. Do you have like a best buddy? Oh, we lost Aaron for a second. That's okay. Aaron, we'll let you come back in. But while I have Shauna, I do want to ask you, how did you get started training in the world of animals?
Yeah, from a very young age, I was super obsessed with dolphins, actually. Gianna was kind of hitting me right in the feels because I used to work at Clearwater Aquarium as well. So I worked with Winter. But dolphins were always my goal from a little girl. I was just very interested in being a trainer. And when I moved down to Florida, I started working and interning and volunteering with dolphins and otters and a lot of marine life. And then I tried out the zoo world for a little bit. And actually, it was kind of a weird thing, but positive side to it, because of health issues, I couldn't continue on with marine mammal training. So then, at my old job, I actually started training some macaws and an owl, and I found that I love birds.
That is so cool. That's amazing. I love marine mammals, but after getting to go see your show, I fell in love with the birds. It's so magical what you guys are able to do. Now, Aaron, I don't know if you can hear me. Can Aaron hear me? Aaron. Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
How did you get started in animal training?
So I started back in San Antonio. And I worked at a small little aquarium, and they had a bird department, and they were training animals there. And applied, I got it, and I've always had a love for birds, and got the niche to move to Florida, and I did, and started working with birds here, and I honestly can't stop. It's amazing.
They're incredible. I highly recommend seeing the show, guys, or Googling a video of the show. You'll see some of them in those videos. Now, do you have a favorite bird or like a BFF bird from the show that you love, Aaron?
Yes. I think he was in my photos. He is a red-knobbed hornbill. His name is There he is by himself.
Beautiful.
The guy with the red casque on his head and the yellow beak. That is RuPaul. He is a red-knobbed hornbill, and I love him so much.
He's fabulous. I love him. Oh, how beautiful. Now, I've gotten to meet some of the birds too, and they all have their own personalities. A lot of people may not realize because, we don't often get up close with the birds, but they are like little people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
sure.
Just like us. You might have to read it in a different way. They're not outright about it, but they'll show your personalities once you get closer to them.
What's one of the funniest stories you've had with the birds?
Oh, gosh.
Right?
Like probably every day when we get pooped on. They really enjoy that, and they definitely save it for us to be right under them. I mean, I think it's their way of thanking us for cleaning, but
I love it. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, you know what? My dogs used to do that. They were like, anytime if I, had to tell them like they couldn't have something, they were like, oh, I'll poop in your shoe.
Yeah.
How about you, Aaron? I know when I saw you live, you were training birds. So the one cool thing when you go to the show up that a lot of people don't realize is they're also actively training new birds. And it's really cool because you get to be a part of seeing how this works. And it was, I think, one of your first days doing it with a new bird. But they were amazing. It's like, I mean, does it always work out easily, or is it sometimes hit and miss?
It is definitely hit and miss. We go in with training behavior, like teaching a child. You have to find the right way to do it. And we might have this brilliant plan for the end result. But overall, it comes down to how good we are talking to these animals and making sure they understand what we're asking for. And 9 times out of 10, it ends up their way versus our way. But you know what? That's the joy in our job, and it's so much fun.
No, absolutely. I do see a fun question I have to ask as somebody with a lot of hair. Jessica Ann is asking, Shauna, do the birds attack those luscious locks?
I definitely have to keep my hair up out of the way. But actually, there's a few birds, a few of our owls actually, especially, they like to preen my hair. So preening is a bird's way of cleaning themselves. So they'll grab their feathers with their beak and kind of shake out anything that's on their feathers. And Like the picture you saw of Erin with little Zach, our spectacled owl. She will preen my hair the entire time we're on stage. So
Oh, that's so
I think she thinks I need a shower though. I don't know if it's supposed to be a sweet thing.
No, she just loves you.
I don't know.
She just loves you. And I see from Classy Disney Mom, we used to have goats and chickens. Our chickens had personalities too. We had them from eggs, even a couple of roosters. Oh yeah,
we have a lot of chickens.
I don't know if you've ever seen a silky chicken, guys. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Oh my, I'm
Yeah,
obsessed.
silky
with
chickens.
Like if I were an animal, I'm pretty sure I'd be a silky chicken. Like
You for sure would be.
they have like crazy, they have amazing hair. They kind of look like Elvis. They're awesome. I'm obsessed with them, and they're like little people. There's a great thing on Disney Plus where a silky chicken becomes best friends with a puppy, and they're inseparable, and I love it. So it just goes to show how neat the animal world is. Now, I think if I'm correct, some of the birds have been rescued as well, or other animals I know you've worked with in the past are rescue animals. And a lot of people don't realize that these aren't just birds that were bred to do a job. This is you guys saving. And again, the concept of animal conservation, Disney animal conservation, whether it be marine animal conservation or bird animal conservation. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have some rescue, but we do breed as well, but it's all in the name of conservation. So some of our rescues have included, we have, well, first off, bald eagles. That's one people ask us about a lot. You actually can't have a bald eagle under human care without it being rescued. It's due to a lot of Endangered Species Act, and we actually can't even keep their feathers. If their feathers fall off their body, they have to be sent to a special organization that actually sends them out to make headdresses for Native Americans. So we have only gotten bald eagles through when the government has deemed a bald eagle non-releasable. So then they spend their time with us and they become ambassadors for their species.
Amazing.
Yeah, so a lot of them have it's typically a wing injury at a young age. We had a barred owl named Widget who also had that kind of injury. It's very random when it happens. We're not necessarily a rescue facility, but we usually get the call as the sanctuary to go to afterwards.
Well, speaking of rescues, I had a really awesome call a couple months ago from Shauna about some of the animals from SeaWorld that, the dogs that are in, the show that are also rescues and they needed a home. And Chris and I were trying to figure that out as we just moved to Florida, and we almost got to keep or to foster at least some of the dogs while during the pandemic needed a home. Now, I saw a great question from a Courtney. I don't know where it went, but she wanted to know, she said her dream job is to work in Animal Kingdom and be an animal trainer. What advice would you give someone who wants to do what you guys do, which is amazing and so cool?
Best advice. So I usually get this question a lot, and I'm sure Shauna does too when we're in normal operations. I am a big person of pursuing your dreams and finding that goal. And if the best way to do it is volunteer, find a sanctuary like different bird sanctuaries, raptor rehabs to get some experience. It's really a good place to start. And of course, you can get a degree in zoology, biology, and even psychology because you have to understand training and how the mind works. But that's a good place to start. And of course, just never give up on those dreams.
I love that. And do you agree, Sean? Is that kind of, I know you told us your story, how you got started, but similar advice?
Yeah. I mean, and even if you want to work with giraffes, and you live, like I'm from a very small town up north, and there's no marine life, there's no exotic birds, there's farm animals, and that's what you got. So I volunteered at horse barns and humane societies. So any animal experience really helps. Just keeping on with it.
No, I agree. And I see that Practically Perfect Family says that they are ABA therapists. There's a lot of people in this chat I see have fostered animals and also do work with, I think that's so great that all of you are loving animals as much as we do. Now, speaking of that, what goes on behind the scenes to get an animal ready for the show? What are some things people may not realize go into making a show like Up? It's
A lot of things. First of all, not even with the animals. What goes behind the scenes is just trainers running around like chickens, like the standard people say with chickens with their heads cut off. That's how we are. Like Erin said before, the animals run it. So if they decide they're going to do something weird, you're going to see trainers going, woo, trying to figure out how to like work with them. But I mean, it's a lot of training, a lot of flexibility and adaptability in this field. Things you might not realize, a lot of people just in this field in general is people will be like, oh, I want your job, I want to play with animals all day. We work really hard, like not in a like arrogant sense, but we do, like the playing with animals part is very minimum. You clean, you're taking care of the animals, you're their number one for their health, like you're their doctor, you're their nurse, you're their trainer, you're their friend, you're their mom and dad. You clean up their diapers.
A good example is your mom and dad.
Yes.
Yes.
It's fun and amazing to have children, but there's also work that goes into it, and behind the scenes people don't see. I got to see a little bit of behind the scenes thanks to you guys, and it was amazing how much really goes into it that I could have never imagined. And I see some other people. I see Rob says he also has rescue dogs. Yes. No, I mean, again, it's a great thing to be able to help in any way you can in the animal world. I know these two definitely do. Now, what is your favorite part of the Up show?
I'm going to have to say, and this might sound really bad, but I'm going to explain it, okay? It's the end of the show. Now, not because it's over, but because I get the moment that I thoroughly love the most, and that is to educate and have those one-on-one moments of making magic to someone who has maybe never seen an owl up close or a different bird, and to really see that sparkle in their eye, per se, when they have that conversation with someone they may idolize, like us trainers, or just have that overall magical moment. That's right, that sometimes
Am I correct that people can come up to you after the show, correct? And talk to you, and that is so cool. And I was there one day when you guys had a practice run trying to train one of the birds, and so we actually all got to watch how you train the birds, and that was really cool. I don't know if that happens often. That was so neat. And I see actually Extraordinary Larry, who is a puppy. He is a French bulldog. He wants to know, what was your most challenging training experience?
Ooh.
I know probably every day is a challenging training experience in some
way.
Do
you mean like at our job now, or just in general in life? Because
I would say, what was your, probably in general with any animal? It could have been not birds. That's probably interesting because I know you worked with marine mammals and things.
Honestly, mine is one of them sitting right here. You can train animals your whole life, and then you come home and sometimes you're just like, okay, you do what you want, animals. And I have a rescue dog that she has a lot of anxiety. She's scared of a lot of things. And she just whined as I said that. But she honestly is one of my hardest training things that I've had to deal with.
Extraordinary Larry, our French bulldog friend, you'll have to be friends with Shauna's dogs and help out. You're a great example. He's so cute. And I think a really nice comment from Classy Disney Mom. You guys are great. I appreciate your passions. No, I agree, Classy Disney Mom. And I also see from Rammy, do the birds ever get cage fright before a show? I did see that the one day where the one was like, no, I'm not having it. I'm not doing it.
Yes, that does happen. And it's totally okay if they don't. Then we just do something different or we move on. And I think I actually saw a question from that same person before, which I just wanted to go back real quick if you didn't mind, Maria. You asked if the birds don't do the behavior if they get grounded, and that's a great question. And we love to talk about that. If the birds don't want to do the behavior, we can't force them. I don't know if y'all know this, but birds are very temperamental. A lot of people see like birds as pets and they think they're these lovey-dovey creatures. That's not always true. And if they don't want to do it, we can't force them. There is no way possible. Usually they'll go chill at home. They might play with their toys. They might just feel like doing something different, but that's all up to them. We're going to try again later. But Cage Fright, I have seen that before a show many times.
Speaking of
Quite often, actually.
what's like some of the birds' favorite toys? Because I didn't even think about that. Makes sense that because again they're like little people. They have toys and they have little things that do. What are some of the enrichment things you guys do with them?
Yeah, we do quite a variety of different things, all the way from paper to boxes to good-sized stones. We even use like boomer balls that like are for dogs, and a variety of different dog toys in general, not just those. I mean, the list goes on and on. But some of the things that they really love are boxes. Have a scarlet macaw named Beaker who absolutely loves big boxes, like ones that I could fit my whole body in. We give them to the whole flight, but he runs that thing, and it is his favorite. You can never get him out of it.
I love that. And I do see some people in the chat asking questions again about how you did your careers and how you got started. Team Mold, definitely rewind and replay, because there's a couple of you that asked questions that were so good, and we actually got to them in the beginning because they're such amazing questions. So make sure to check out the replay, because otherwise I know I could keep you guys here for hours and hours, and you know, I know you have work in a couple hours, because I realize animal caretaking and things of that sort is a full-time job. I know I talked to Gianna at 4 this morning. So, but yeah, I see another question. I want to work at the Kilimanjaro Safaris too. That's an awesome one. That might be one of my favorite rides as well. And Brandy has had some good questions. She asked about some rats of yours. And what is your funniest?
Those rats.
I want to hear about your rats, and also what is the funniest story of a bird not going along with your show?
Oh gosh. Well, I'll touch on that one real quick. I think it actually went viral recently, where one of our gulls decided to just hang out on stage the entire time, and everyone thought it was the funniest thing. And I know it's happened a few times, and it's always the gulls. They want to take the stage, and I think it's because they want people to know that seagulls isn't actually a real thing.
Oh,
yeah. So the ones we have are silver gulls. So I just think they just want more to be known about them, so they want to take the stage. But sometimes when their friends Russell and Doug comes out, I think they get really starstruck and they don't want to leave the stage and want to hang out with them, because normally their part is before Russell and Doug come out. So I think they just want to hang out with them for a little bit longer. But have people watching us wrangle them.
Now, do the gulls, do they look like the mine, like in Dory, like those kind of gulls?
They do.
Okay, mine. Everybody in the chat, that's one of my favorite scenes. Mine.
They're very vocal like those, though, too. Yes.
I love it.
Very much so.
Faith asked, how many people are working behind the scenes, like when you guys do your show?
Our up show is it takes 6 people a show, and that's typically just like the certain parts we have. But then we always have someone that is extra, because for animal safety, or if something happened and a bird went off, so we could keep eyes on them, we always have extra people. But to run the show, it's 6 people. For winged encounters, it can range anywhere from like 5 to 7.
Okay. Is winged encounters when the birds fly over you?
That is the one where they fly through the park to the Tree of Life. So we also do that show. Aaron and I don't do as much. Aaron does a little bit more. We're mainly at Up, but those are also our birds.
Okay, for those of you who like that too, I love that. Let's give some red hearts for winged encounter, because that's so cool. I love that. I'm always
the best.
Like, speaking of Harry Potter, that we went to Universal the other day, I kept thinking, if you guys were there, you'd have owls like just flying everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be wrangling owls and it'd be magic.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. No, and Brittany doesn't want me to forget about your rats. She wants to know about your rats.
Brittany's a good friend, so she knows. Yeah, we have 12 rats. We used to have rats in the show at Disney. We don't anymore. When we changed to Up a Great Bird Adventure, the rats were written out of the show. But we also do road shows. We don't just do shows at Disney. And so last year, I actually went on the road with my company to go to Dallas, Texas. And then we actually came back and went to Tampa, Florida, and did fair shows. And for those shows, we actually ended up getting some baby rats, and there's 12 of them. And because my boss knew that I had a history of training rats, they were made my sole project. And so I became the mom to 12 rats. And it is a big joke in the company that I am rat mom, but I care very much about these rats.
That's awesome. Well, I
But
hear
she really
that rats
does.
are really smart.
They are a lot. I actually, Aaron said earlier, like you can study psych for training. A lot of trainers do. I studied psychology, and like everything you learn from back in the day for psychologists, like testing things out and not just like negative things, but like testing training and conditioning and theory, like was all with rats. And it's amazing what they can do. And these little rats, they usually just do an A to B, which is like running from one point to another point. But they voluntarily go into a crate. They go onto a scale to weigh themselves. They're
That's
smart
amazing.
little nuggets.
Wow. Well, I see a lot of questions too, like Mike 88 NYC, what's the bird species you most enjoy working with? They talked a little bit about that, but while we're winding down, I'll let you guys too also mention again, your favorite moment in the show. I know Aaron said the end where you get to interact with the actual trainers like you guys. So that means all of you in the chat can meet these awesome people in person one day. Shauna, what is your favorite part to the show up?
Not to copy Aaron, but honestly, it's the same. I like being able to interact with the guests because that's my favorite. I want to educate people on our animals. But since he grabbed up, I'll bring it to Winged Encounters a little bit. If you've seen it, I'm sure you get goosebumps when the birds fly over, but the best part is when they're talking about seeing a sky full of macaws and they bring the conservation message in and you see all those macaws fly in. It's just such a surreal, bittersweet feeling. And I love it at Up too. We have one flight that's all blue-throated macaws, and when they fly in, it gets me every time. And if you don't mind, I really want to touch on the blue-throated macaws. So earlier we talked about rescue animals and conservation. Something our company's a really big part of is not only rescue, is we're part of like species survival plans. So we work hand in hand with the World Parrot Trust, trying to rebuild populations of macaws in the wild. Due to the illegal pet trade that have been taken out of the wild and unfortunately almost extinct, the blue-throated macaw is the most extinct macaw in the world. They're guessing there's between 200 and 300 left in the world. Yeah, but our company is in the middle of working with some permits, and we did get our first go ahead this year, but because of COVID, everything got pushed back. So we're hoping next year we're going to be able to send our first flock of blue-throated macaws down to Bolivia to help repopulate. And like I said, there's only 200 to 300 in the wild, and our company has between 60 to 70.
That's incredible. Wow.
Yeah.
And that brings me to actually one of my last questions, which is, everybody in the chat and, you're obviously educating people, which is a key component to, the Disney conservation. But what can we do to help in the animal world, to obviously today's World Ocean Day, but just in general, because the one great thing about Animal Kingdom is they make a point to try to teach people, because at the end of the day, caring and educating is what changes hearts and minds. And also, again, we learn things that I have no idea that such a beautiful bird could be extinct. How in the world could that happen? Something so beautiful. Yeah. So what are some, advice you would give to people who want to make a difference in the animal world, which at the end of the day makes a difference in the human world too?
Yeah, some things that I always like to tell people, and Shauna will definitely agree with this, is of course recycle. It may seem like a very simple thing that you may not understand very well, but it does a big part in this world. So recycle, donate to conservation funds like Disney Conservation Fund. We have one for our company as well. But those companies, those nonprofit conservation funds, will help raise money for causes when something bad happens for certain species out in the wild, and they can help donate that money for that good cause. So those are my things. Shauna, you want to say some of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Aaron said we have one too. It's called the Natural Encounters Conservation Fund. And ours kind of goes to other conservation funds we allot it to. And our company's raised over $1 million now for that. But a lot of that is through people coming to our shows and learning about our birds, and then that's how they donate. But so that's one way to help, of course, is donate to these funds if you can. But we know that's not always possible. But also, big thing is a lot of people question zoos a lot. They get nervous, their hearts are in the right place, but they might not know what goes on. And like I told you guys, we do a lot with species survival plans. Our game isn't to just have birds under human care and not having good lives, to show off to everyone. We are trying to teach, we're trying to help these animals. So supporting your local zoos is really important. The money goes back to these animals, to these species survival plans, Endangered Species Act, to help these animals out in the wild. So that's a big one to me. Is make sure you support aquariums and zoos.
Yeah, no, I saw in person. There's a great Disney Plus show about the Tampa Zoo that I had no idea did so much to actually even make sure that wild bears that were orphaned were able to even go back into the wild, which is amazing because oftentimes it doesn't work out that way. There's so much that so many different groups do, and definitely, donating to a conservation fund, educating yourself, and also you guys doing what you do right now. You just helped a whole room of people get inspired and excited, and we can't wait to, be back to seeing our favorite animals in person. And you guys too. Now, before I say bye to you guys, is there any more questions from the chat room before our friends leave? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put their Instagram handles so you can follow them. I see Brandy and Dave, our moderators, have them up. So make sure to give them a follow. You can also message me and I can connect you with them. Also, if you want to donate to their fund, I'm going to do that as well. There's so many ways to get involved and make a difference. And just being here in this chat room, talking to them and them talking with us makes a difference in itself. It's even the littlest of things that we don't even think of that can change the world. Thank you, Classy Disney Mom. I agree. Thank you guys for giving us all this information. Roxanne Simpson. Yes, I agree. Thank you. Team Mold also led the Tampa Zoo show. So cool. What a great show. And like I said, they have so many different amazing photos on their Instagram that you can check out from, whether it be their birds, other animals. And I gotta say, I love Shauna's dogs too. I'm all about that. They're so cute. And yeah, this was, thank you so much, Ram88. He said, entertaining and informative, great combo. That's right. Crush and my amazing friends made for the best episode ever. So thank you guys so much. Oh, see, our top, I think you're in a taco suit, Larry, aren't you? Larry loves you guys too. And Nick's Picks, thank you so much for being a part of this. Thomas T86, Anna Butler, Allie in Wonderland, Brittany Jones. Thanks for the good questions. 65, Marie. We have so many amazing friends in here right now that you've inspired, and Crush, of course, too. How awesome was Crush, you guys? He was fun, right?
Oh, he was so fun.
Oh, love him. It's my favorite show.
So cool. I have to say again, thank you so much. Again, I'm going to put their info in here. And we hope to see you real soon, as Mickey would say, because, Animal Kingdom's reopening. We'll be learning more as it comes as to what, attractions will be opening. I know things are slowly getting together. So we hope to see you sooner than later.
We hope so, too.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, they're great. Everybody give them lots of hearts, lots of love for our awesome friends. How amazing were they? I'm very blessed that, having been a major fan of Disney and a part of the Disney community, I have such incredible friends like the people you just met, Crush, and more. So for those of you who just came in later to the chat, make sure to go watch the replay because Crush was hysterical. So funny. I was in the corner laughing and tearing half the time. And Crush is excited to see us at Epcot reopening July 15th. And then, of course, make sure to go back and rewind to watch Shauna and Aaron talk more about Up and some of the behind the scenes that's not anywhere on Google or YouTube. We have the exclusive here. I make a point that every Monday night at 8:30, we do something extra special because I know right now the world is in a unique place, and I want to make sure we bring smiles. Like I said, we are an apparel company originally, and we bring styles and smiles into your house. But now we're happy to bring smiles live with you. So in this chat, we love having you guys comment, talk to our guests, talk to me, and even after the show, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, message me, and also I want to say a big thank you to Brandy and Dave, who are our moderators. They're amazing. They're the behind the scenes you see here, helping make sure that you get to know all the different people that were involved today, from Doug Neville to Shauna and Aaron, as well as some of our other amazing guests from the past. And like I said, if you're new to our channel or even not and you've missed other awesome shows, definitely go check out Cinderella, who was on last week. Go to the middle and watch her sing So This Is Love live. You will cry. Or the Tiki Birds with the Muppets. We had the exclusive before anybody did that the Muppets were going to have a new show on Disney Plus. That's right. They told us. I don't know if it was an accident, but thank you. Again, I have amazing friends from Muppeteers to Cinderella to Abe Lincoln from the Hall of Presidents, and some awesome Disney trivia you can also check out. And we'll be doing some vlogs as things are reopening. So definitely hit the notifications button so you never miss all the crazy things we get into. Again, thank you to all of our friends, Resort TV One, for joining us, and Chloe, Shauna, Aaron, Doug Neville, Gianna, Brandy, and Dave. All of you guys are amazing. But extra thanks to all of you. Wait, wrong side. There we go. All of you guys. We love getting to talk to you, because we always say Lake Buena Visitors isn't just an apparel company. It's not just a YouTube channel. It's not just an Instagram account. It is a community. So thank you for being a part of the LBV Club. And I have a special surprise for those of you who stuck around. That's right. So those of you still watching, if you go to lbvclub.com, you will get a special discount today. That's right. A big discount, and only you guys that watched are getting it. That's right. So for the fact that you guys stuck around the whole show, we wanted to say thank you. Again, we love you, and we come every Monday night from Mickey's backyard to give you a great show. And as Mickey would say, see you real soon.